Is Flux King? Anyway, it's Aurelion Sol versus King here. Starting out on Kalos, of all places. This is Pikachu versus Lucas, and you saw out the gate, Magnet can do a little bit to prevent Pikachu from really using that Thundershock camping. But at the same time, if you're Lucas, you get to do that, which is a little bit of a back air playing for you. Smart of him just to kind of hold out and just avoid it. Didn't keep his jump there, which is not great, but King not really trying to scrap with Lucas tackling his way all to the front. So far, King looking pretty untouched here. Okay. All right, so Aurelion Sol is Flux. King is Pikachu. Got it. Thank you, production. And so out the gate, Aurelion Sol is struggling to find any purchase on King here. You're going to get a little bit of scraps here and there, but 16 to 47 now to 16. Not the best start you can really ask for, especially when you're kind of being sent off stage repeatedly. Struggling here and there. I will say Lucas does have some surprisingly good up-close scrapping tools that you need to be careful of. The problem is that Pikachu simply will just out-character you sometimes, and it is very difficult to out-button close-up Pikachu or try to be safe on its shield. A couple PK fires coming in from center stage. I like that. Quick attack to completely avoid the PK freeze, kind of avoid that mechanic entirely. And you kind of quickly enter in that close range Lucas, start punishing a little bit. But as I mentioned that, it's gotten close here. King definitely had a nice, strong early lead with Aurelion Sol kind of lagging behind, but Aurelion Sol has very quickly taken the lead here by just a little bit of percentage. Not quite punishing with that down smash. I like what he was doing there, but not quite. And of course, Lucas loved using the Zair, but with a small little rat to fight like Pikachu, who will low profile so much, it's going to be hard. So you can kind of see that these two are feeling themselves out a little bit. You can kind of see the natural back and forth between the two, because they're scrapping with some percentage. They're definitely kind of getting each other's faces, pressing some buttons, getting some damage on board. Ooh, a little bit of a dash back, a little bit of a stick, little clunk of that hit. That's a little home run there for Aurelion Sol. King now on the back foot, losing the first stock of this set. Needs to be real careful now to kind of hopefully tap this in versus the Lucas, or else, you know, you do not want to give him that much extra credit here. I like the idea and the option there. Going for the F tilt to actually send him back into stage instead of something like back throw to try to edge guard. Now we're seeing, you know, still Aurelion Sol getting a little bit of damage in there, but man, just watching this, I am actually amazed that Aurelion Sol has actually found the opportunity to get in, because Pikachu is so hard to fight. It can be very difficult to really find your in, and when he does, Pikachu can awfully easily get out. And so far, Aurelion Sol showing some experience here. Back throw, of course, not going to kill at this percentage. You need to be careful though for that edge guard. I like that. Going high, getting caught by the quick attack, but avoiding the dash attack. Again, so much credit here. King is just not being fully able to finish his plate, and even like something like up throw might be harder because this is Kalos, and without rage, it might be a hot second before we actually do kind of capitalize on that kill. Dash attack does the trick, just quick dashing around, just focusing in on the option and waiting for that opportunity with a quick reaction, quick taking it. And I want to see, you know, can King back it up here? This is a very slow-paced game. It's been already over 3 minutes. Both these two just sitting on 2 stocks, very carefully feeling one another out. Almost a much more slower-paced game, but not less interesting by any means, because they are just slowly but surely tacking on percentage. Each move calculated, each move taking a second to fully kind of get in here. What a bounce! And what an unfortunate SD from Aurelion Sol. He doesn't quite get the angle he was looking for there. Not what you want to see. But at the same time, if you are King, you're absolutely taking that bad boy. I mean, there's 3 minutes left on the clock, and my goodness, you need to be aware of all win conditions, even if that means kind of throwing them to the curb once that timer hits 0. Freeze not doing the trick there. Ooh, sniping him out here. Not getting the 2-frame on that, but I like that. The retreating fair didn't quite kill, but of course, did do some decent damage there. Can he get a 2-frame? Not quite. Up tilt, gonna scoop him up, not gonna kill. A little bit of dancing here and there. But Aurelion Sol has to find something here. Just kind of playing much more defensive. Another fair from center stage, not gonna do it. Kalos is such a big stage with big blast zones. You're not gonna find a lot of purchase there, unfortunately. A nice percentage from Aurelion Sol, getting tacked on a little bit more for an extra 10. That might be it. And that is just enough to do it. Aurelion Sol drops that game versus King. And to his credit, Aurelion Sol was doing quite well for themselves. But at the same time, once that SD comes and you realize you're playing at a deficit, it's that much harder to kind of claw your way back into the game. So unfortunately kind of slipped through their fingers. But of course, another game brings new opportunities. We'll see what they come out with. And yeah, I was going to say, I thought the artist formerly known as Flux was a bit more of a Sonic player. So now we get to see the Sonic, and on FD makes sense. Kind of left that open as Pikachu, because, you know, why would you ban that against something like Lucas? You're Pikachu, you don't really have much problems here. But this is the big boy. This is the little bit more of a head honcho character here. Now, I'm not sure if Aurelion Sol switched mains entirely, or they just want to try out a secondary, something like that. Maybe they just wanted to have fun. But this is the character I personally have seen them a lot more on, much more proficient with. Better at causing a lot more problems against certain players, because fighting Sonic is easier said than done. I mean, of course, so true lies in with Pikachu, but when there's two characters on the screen that you don't really know how to fight, it can be quite a circus. Attacking on some percentage, biting back equally. And you can see that Flux is, you know, Aurelion Sol just dashing around. Not always doing some direct approach, which is very important. You always want to be tricky with how your approach options are running, or else you could get yourself caught out, lose some trades. Just dancing around his shield, causing a lot of shield pressure. Because again, spin dash and a homing attack is quite a way to cause some problems, you know? Interesting skull bash there, but not even getting punished. This game simply does not have lag, but whew. Excellent hit by Aurelion Sol, just playing patient. Ooh, just kind of charging that homing shot as long as he possibly could, just clipping King with it, doing a good bit of percentage. And this is definitely more in line with what you'd probably expect from this matchup, to a degree, because there's a huge deficit of percentage right now in Aurelion Sol's favor. And it is just like, looks like it's so hard to approach if you're Pikachu. Like, you're fast, but you're not Sonic speed, you know? Good chunk of percentage deficit right now. If you're King, you want to slowly find something, but it's so hard when the shield pressure is that big. Like, look, that shield is about to pop if he holds it a little bit more, so he needs to be careful. Quick raw dash attack does a little bit of damage there. Good work. Dash attack, again, just kind of getting back to Colt's control center stage. Not too much else otherwise. Dash attack again, and not going to do it. Even with Rage, it is not quite enough to seal the deal, as both these 2 minutes in, are clamoring for a stock. Not quite finding purchase just yet from either side.
I should have known this is the way that was going to happen.
Natural progression of all things is Pikachu versus Sonic.
I should have known. I could have finished an entire set, and they're still in game 2. Okay, and on stock 1.
Yeah, no, honestly, that first game was rather still plays. That was Lucas versus Pikachu. So those two were definitely feeling themselves. I've taken a long time to do it.
So I'm assuming King the Pikachu, and
yes.
that means Aurelion Sol went, you know, Lucas ain't going to do it for me. Let's turn it up a notch, and by that I mean... Let's bring out the Sonic, yeah.
Aurelion Sol is Flux, if their tag is any indicator. So again, they are known to be Sonic, so we're in a Lucas main after all, maybe trying a little bit of extra there, but it's the Sonic that's come out in spades. And
maybe that was the whole, like, round 1, let me try out my secondary sort of thing. And
viable
then,
strat.
Yeah.
When in doubt, go your main, show him who's boss. And slowly but surely, he might be showing him. 3 minutes in,
and you know
no stocks.
You know what, like, he's got a pretty sizable percent lead. I can't get mad at him for that, but
yeah,
but like, he's still in danger of losing the first stock. So
Rage is a fickle mistress, but there it is.
There we go.
3 minutes in, we've taken 1 stock. Now Aurelion Sol can play the slow game a little bit, but again, you got to be careful with your own stock, because if you lose it, it's back to basically even.
Yeah, it's not like these characters can't do like 40 damage on a hit. So
exactly.
So and like we obviously know this is going to go to timeout, but we don't know who it's going to go to. Like, that's the exciting part.
So timeouts are very boring until the last minute. They're the coolest thing that exists.
They're so cool. When they're like really down to the wire.
They're fun.
And it's just like, it turns into like a melee event match.
Oh, 100%. Okay, up throw. More than enough. So only 54% in extra credit. Still a good lead.
Yeah.
Especially with this time.
Pikachu does have the advantage of having the projectile pressure that he can always keep up. He doesn't have to approach necessarily. He can at least have an escort on the way there.
Exactly. Get your opponent caught in shield, get them jumping in the air. You got options to kind of catch them out, get some percentage.
Yeah. Speaking of getting caught in shield.
Yeah, a little bit of back air train.
That's good.
Oh,
no! All your hard work!
Okay, so in game 1, Aurelion Sol botched a recovery. Lucas lost their second stock, and it kind of fell down from there.
Yeah.
Now in game 2, we see a similar situation where he gets spiked, and now he's in a little bit of some dangerous game here as well.
Now we're about to see what happens when Flux or Aurelion Sol, whichever he decides to go by, is now forced to approach with a character that honestly isn't that good at it.
You got some Sonic speed on your hands, so hopefully you can get something, but...
You just can't change direction very well, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a lot of percentage to work with, and you do have just enough time on the clock to make it something close. You got to just play smart, play fast, and up you get them.
Yeah, but basically what you're saying is you have to go fast.
Got to go fast.
Exactly. And
100%.
If he keeps up the shield pressure, I know King has been a little bit too comfy in shield. You know, this isn't the first time we've seen him down to the...
Oh, no!
He's okay.
Okay. You gave me a heart attack twice.
Oh, my
air dodge, too?
I appreciate the aggression that he's turned up, actually. I appreciate him going for those sort of things. That's what you have to do in this scenario. This is where, like, you know, the timeout strat can really backfire on you.
Oh, yeah. You should never play for a timeout, but you should always be aware that you can time out.
Right,
you know?
right. It should never be your go-to.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, Lucario's like, oh, I take damage. Like, well, you shouldn't have to. Like,
let's jump it around.
Yeah, and now Pikachu can play his camp game.
Exactly.
And his projectiles are really coming in handy for that. So,
with 90 seconds left on the clock, King is close to getting that stock taken off of him. But the problem is that you kind of need to now because you need the extra time to get that percentage.
I feel like if he has a minute, he can maybe take a stock.
Yes.
Or do 70%. But you're running out of time, my friend.
Yeah, you got to read with an F smash. You got to do something.
Yeah, go off stage with like a forward air or something. You have to catch on to these Thunder Jolt patterns or something.
Exactly.
Hang on.
Ooh,
not quite.
Almost with the follow-up, but not enough, unfortunately, there.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Okay, can we get an edge guard going? It's going to be hard against Pikachu, who can stall pretty well at the ledge.
2 seconds left on the clock here.
And it sucks that Thunder Jolt just stops Spin Dash in its tracks, so he can't just paint a line through the stage.
Trying to get some tricky business there. Back air does do this for 160% is... oh, hello. Trampoline action.
You might just be looking for a grab at this point.
You should. I don't think, unless someone gets a gift, there's basically no way King drops this game.
He's going to have to get a spike or something, because it's hard to get Pikachu. Yeah, he's going to... Hang on. Well,
okay, 20 seconds, 81% deficit. Yeah, of course he's going to send the Angel platform. Why not? Can King just, like, throw the ropes at him and see what happens?
He could have done maybe some spring shenanigans or something, or...
I'm not sure.
Wait, hold on. Momentum.
7, 6,
5, 4. Careful, I've seen some pretty bad stuff happen down there.
Yeah, okay. He goes all the way around. And timed out, first set of the night. We got a Pikachu timing out of Sonic, of all people, for that set.
They're really making you work for it here.
Yeah, really are. But speaking of work for it, I'm actually up next on stream. So
wow.
Time for me to fly on out. So that'll be fun.
All right,
so
good luck. Elbow? All right.